In the name of God, my name is Mehdi Kordnavahsi. In this movie, I am going to show a brief demonstration of the Visual Total ERP system. As you see, these systems have multiple users. For each user, the administrator or admin can define the access of the separate databases. Each database belongs to the separate companies, and for each company you can have multiple fiscal years. For example, in this one I can go to the another company, and there is a platform in Farsi is made since 2006, and now in the United States I changed the multi-language platform. You can see by right click on the desktop and change the language. You can switch to the other languages, for example from Persian to English, and of course this program needs many improvement, and by clicking to each caption of the form you can change the translation in the proper format of the language. So far we have Arabic, English, Farsi, Spanish and Turkish, and in the future we can add more languages to the program. As you see, this is an integrated ERP system named Visual Total, including many modules like accounting, treasury, inventory, sales on contract or purchase or procurement, packaging, research and develop, HR, attendance system, payroll, secretariat, security, asset management, user management, and the online help, and other modules. For the priority of the system, the accounting is the heart of the system. As you see, we can define the multi-level of the accounts, and you can see these levels of the accounts is not limited, and in this example I use 5 level of accounts, and the access to the data is a 0 second. There is no time, and doesn't matter how many databases or how many users are working with the program at the same time. So the access to the data is a real time, and you can change the arrangement of the columns by double click on the grids. You can turn off columns. For example, you can rearrange the columns by right clicking on each object. You can choose the fore color or back color or font or something. The property of the captions, for example, you can change and improve the language as you want. And at the end, by save and load, each user can save their desired platform in her or his own pattern, and for the next time the form will appear by her setting or his setting. Some captions need to redesign, and so far I just converted some basic menus, and in the future we can transform fully to the other languages. And for example, the journal accounts, as you see, in the browsing, you can access to the journal account. Each journal account have a unique number, a date, and all date is a format of 4 digits for year, 2 digits for month, and 2 digits for day. But you can change um, the format in the report for the user in any format you want. For each transaction, you can attach a document in any format, for example, in PDF or in the Word or everything else. For example, here is a Word document attached to the transaction. No limit for this attachment, and all reports can convert to any format you want. For example, this is a report of the accounting journal, and here you can save as a Excel or Word or PDF or something else, all reports, and every user can change the report format at any format you want by any additional comments or change the objects, and by changing the font or everything else. So the user can change the reports. Every report can print or preview or to the other format. There are many dynamic query generators in every part of the system. For example, in this example, you can see this is a query generator for the accounting journal. All cells appear in one screen. You can choose, for example, amount, and here is the operands greater than, less than, or for example, amount between or in list. You can choose, for example, between 100 and 103. This is a simple query. The user can make it and run the query. You can see only 2 records found in this condition, and you can go back, forward, or back to the filtered record, and you can return the filter to the program. And as you see, everything is filtered here. You can change the filter by something else. For example, date between 2018 02/15 through 2018 03/07, and you can and or multiple simple conditions together as a complex query. Here the query is date between these two amounts and 131 record found. You can continue to add more condition to the query. For example, in the description of each transaction, the keyword of COX founded. As you see here, COX dollar means in a string search and between a date between two values. Run the query, only 2 records finds. As you see in the description, the keyword the COX is inside the string. As another example, in the inventory system, We have many inventory sent invoices to the customer. Here is a list of the invoice. In the header you can move from the header, and here every header has corresponding multiple details records. And as you see, I want to make a query of the sale report and grouping by month to see what are the sale in each month, by whom. I can make in the header of the invoices a query. I can use the save query before. For example, this type of only for the sale. Months between 1 and 4 means 4 first months, and this query means 34 inventory outbound or sent filtered, but each of the bills have a unique type. I want to filter only the sales. For example, in the bill type, I can double click on the cell and choose my own desire. For example, I want to report only the type of 208. It's belong to the purchase or to the sale. So the query combine the months between 1 and 4, and the type is 208. Here is the 17 items. So it means we have 17 invoices, and doesn't matter what we sell. This report is based on the header of the invoices. So I can order 17 items by a combination key. For example, as a first key, I choose the key of the month. As a first key of ordering, I choose month. And as a second key, I choose the state. And as a third key, I choose the date of the invoice. It means we have three ordering key. First month, then state, and then issuance date. So the 17 record ordered by this key, and I can make the preferred report easily. I can choose my desired fields from the list, and by one click you can see the report of the 17 records, or you can select all fields and have this beautiful quick report for the conditional records. And also you can make a report, and I want to make a grouping only by month. I delete the second keywords, and I use the saved report, preferred report. For example, here I made another report before and saved as my own desired report. The system will generate a report from the conditions records. Here is the sale. This is a month of 1 and 5 items. This is a month of 2 items. Here is the subtotal, the red lines. The month of 3, as you see, 5 items. The month of 4, 5 items, and the grand total at the end. You can change the report, you can make your own report, and you can make your own query. This is available as any part of the system, and you don't need to know anything about the computer or SQL or something. Unlimited reports and queries you can make it. And in the user part, as you see, the administrator can define or change the access of the menus. Here is the list of the users, and for each user the admin can set which databases, which companies, and which physical years is allowed for this specific user. For another user, when you move the record pointer on the user, you can set the access of the databases. And also the admin can set the access level of the options or menus in the program. This is an example. I use a user and I select in which database and which physical years I want to change the access control for. I choose only 3 subsystems: accounting, treasury, and inventory. As you see, there are more than 7,000 access in the program. You can limit the access of the records, access of the options of the menu, and the user cannot use the part of the system. There is 2 types of the access: enable or visible. If you change the visible to the false or remove the tick, the user cannot see the options. So these items on the menu can be reduced and can be limited by the administrator of the system. We can install multiple Visual Total on one server, and on each Visual Total we can define many companies, and for each company many fiscal years, and everything have a separate access control to the specific users. You can use the program by remote application desktop, and every Windows-based laptop or Macintosh or Apple just need a wireless connection to the server. Each user can define and customize the menu right to left, left to right in the different language, and can change the background or the menus or captions, and no effect on the other users.